Okay, so we'll go for a quick drive. I have my route pre-set up. We've tested that route on previous version of FSD Beta. So this will be the FSD Beta 10, and we'll go through different waypoints here. One thing that I wanted to remind everyone is that FSD is still being worked on. It's not a feature that makes the car fully autonomous. It is really a driver assistance feature, and I'm in control at all times. So we'll be very careful when we go through this new build. So let's set up the first waypoint. You'll see there, very short. It's just to make it more challenging for the system to try those turns. So let's get going. Okay, so let's take a look. I don't see the UI for the FSD. FSD is on, so we'll drive a little bit to see if, here we go. Okay, so I'll start it off from here, and here we go. First turn is good. So we come up to this stop here. It is a two-way traffic, so we'll be extremely careful. Keep my foot on the brake just in case. It is checking for visibility. It's creeping up. There's nobody on the left right now. I don't see anyone. Nobody on the right. We could be going. Yeah, still nobody. Okay, good. That was actually good. It felt reassuring that the car was taking its time to look left and right before going. So we come to this stop. This one is a little bit challenging because we have cars in front coming from the highway. So we'll be careful as well. Need to be very careful on the left side here. So it's checking for visibility. There's no cars. And it is going, yep, it's going perfect. So now it needs to change lanes. We have cars parked on the right side. It is moving over. Fantastic. Yep, that's good. I will be left at this stop here. There's a person with two dogs. Should be our turn now. Yes, we're going, making a left here, and it is the wrong lane. I'll let the car do its thing, but we did go on the left lane, the opposite lane. Okay, so that's the first stop. Let me set up the second one. There's nobody behind us. We have a bit of time. Here we go. I set up the second waypoint. So we'll be right at this stop. Very challenging. So we have road closed on the right side. They closed it for the restaurants. It is quite a busy stop, but we're going, it's our turn, and nope, the road is closed. So I'm taking over here and we'll put it back. So it doesn't read the signs yet. So the car was probably trying to use that lane which was closed, so temporarily closed. So that's one disengagement. We'll see how it does on the rest. Okay, we go at this stop. It is stopping. Okay, it stopped for a little bit and then it went, so no big deal. I don't see any improvements or changes to the UI. I mean, that looks the same so far. And I know we only had one waypoint for now, but so far it feels more confident. The previous test I had was really more indecisive, and the car was really checking everywhere and didn't really reassure the driver. But this feels a bit more confident, which is good. Let's see how that goes with the other waypoints, but so far I'm quite happy with those improvements. Okay, so it is slowing down for the car that made a right turn here, and off we go. That will be a right here at this stop. Previous versions I had to take over, we were very close to the curb, so let's see how it handles it this time. Oh, it is turning a little bit on the left, but yeah, it's still going too close to the curb. So it started, the steering wheel went on the left a little bit. I wish it continued to do that a little bit more, so we could avoid the curb, but it was pretty close to the curb. So I'll report that for the team to improve it next time. There's another four-way stop here. We shouldn't have a problem. Depends on our turn. I think it's going, yep, it's going, which is good. All right, so let's go to the next waypoint. There's nobody behind me, so we're good. There we go. There is a, perfect. It's avoiding the car. The woman was opened her door of the car parked, and it moved over, which is good. Wow, I feel like the four-way stops are much quicker now. Well, it did stop here for no reason, but I feel like when there's no cars in at the stop intersection, it wants to go. Let's see, we have another example here. There's no cars. Yeah, it feels quicker. It feels like the car is more confident that it can go when there's no cars parked. Sorry, no cars at the stop intersection. Let's see if it does it again here. Yeah, it does. Yeah, very good. I don't know. I would have stopped. I would have paused a little bit longer, but it's still okay, I guess. Yeah, it didn't stop fully here. Like it really, the wheels were not stopped. So, but that was pretty impressive. That's good. Okay, so let's set up the next one. Okay. Waiting for our turn. There's nobody, so we can go. Yeah, I took over. I shouldn't have. There was no need for that. I thought we were close to the curb, but we weren't really. We'll count it as a disengagement, but it was really weak. All right, let's come to this stop. Last time we did the test on FSD Beta 9, it did complete the maneuver, but it wasn't very sure where to go. Oh, wow. Wow, this is much, much, much better. This is really good. It didn't hesitate, it went for it. That's much, much better. Okay, we're going to, oh, that was a bit quick. There was a speed bump on the road. It didn't slow down for it. Okay, our turn here, which is good. Okay, perfect. Now he needs to move over. Yes, there's no cars. There's a car that is parked here. Perfect, that was a great maneuver. Let's see how it handles here. It's a bit tricky, so we need to pass the traffic light and then turn right straight away. it is inviting me to use the accelerator if I want to go. I don't, because we're going straight, but if it was a right turn, I would probably force it. Okay, so we can go. There's a car behind me, so I'm gonna tap right now, just the accelerator, and yep, here we go. Right turn here. Yeah, see, it did it again. It went on the left side to take that turn, which is perfect. That's exactly how we want it to behave for very tight turns. So that was pretty good. I'm gonna reduce the speed. That's quite quick. I'm gonna go to 20. I think that's enough for me. And then left here, our turn to go. Yep, good, perfect. Yeah, that's brilliant. It picked the correct lane, which is good. I will be left here at the stop. This one is a little bit challenging because it looks like it's a one-way, but it's not, because the stop line it's so stretched out. And this is great. This is perfect. Okay, so waypoint number 4. Let's go to number 5. Okay, so yeah, this one is a bit of a funny one. So it's a right, just going around the block. I used to, on previous versions, had to disengage quite a lot. Let's see how he handles it. Okay, this one was perfect. There was no cars, so we're good. Right turn here. It's creeping for visibility. There's no sign that says you can't turn right. Now, traffic light is green and there's a pedestrian, so I'm gonna force it. There's a car behind us, so I'm gonna force it. It is, yeah, it is good. It wasn't too close to the curb, which is great. And here's a parked car here and it's moving over. Wow, that's good. I used to have those problems where it would stick behind it. This is good. This is good. I didn't have to intervene. It wasn't too close to the curb. Let's see if the steering wheel is gonna go a little bit left. It is going a little bit left. It's turning. No, we're closed again to the curb, so I'm taking over. That's a shame. I thought it would have this one right. Okay, that was pretty good. Oh, it's moving over. Oh, going to the opposite lane. All right. Okay, let's stop safely here. That was number 5. Let's go to number 6. So yeah, I think the car was trying to move over from the pedestrian. I think the woman was in her trunk doing something, so the car tried to move over, but there was a car on the opposite lane. So wanted to be safe. I want to take over. The car could have gone back into the correct lane, but let's see. So here's the traffic light. We're going straight. So this is a two-way, and I'll keep an eye on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to on the opposite lane. Oh, it corrected itself. That's good. I don't see the yellow lines in the middle of the visualization. So when it's a yellow line, it means it's a two-way, and therefore the car can pick the correct lane. That's good. Yep. This turn. Yep, that's our turn. We came before that car. There's another car, and I'm taking over here. There was another car coming, and we went on the opposite lane. All right, let's re-engage. Let's go to 20. Yeah, the biggest feedback I have is those yellow lines. Those yellow lines are critical for lane positioning. Once we have those yellow lines, then we will be able to know, the car will be able to know it's a two-way street and therefore pick the correct lane. If it thinks it's a one-way, then that's when it chooses most of the time the incorrect lane. There's a speed bump here and it did slow down, which is good. So we have a four-way stop sign here. We're gonna go for it. There are two cars parked in front of us. Let's see if the car can go around them. It's slowed down for the speed bump. That's good. Yes, it is going over. That's great. There's a speed bump. It is slowing down for it. And it's going back to its lane. Great. That's really good. I would say it's our turn. That's fine. Guess you can go. It's waiting for our turn. All right. Slow down again for that speed bump. That's great. So it's supposed to make a left turn here. There's no traffic in front of us. It's waiting for cross traffic, and I'm gonna tap it because yeah, the traffic light. So I just tapped the accelerator and it went for it. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna park safely here. This is kind of it's a busy road, so I'm gonna stop here just to set up number 7, the next waypoint. Okay, so for the next one, as we are gonna drive along, and I'm gonna we'll drive and see how the GPS will react to it, but we already passed the right street. So this is usually a test for the GPS to see how autopilot will react based on how the GPS recalculate the route. So I'm gonna wait. There's a car coming, and then after the car we can go and see how it handles this specific scenario where we have the GPS that recalculates. So we're gonna re-engage here. I'm gonna put it 20. Okay, so it's going on the left lane. Yeah. Let's see if I can reset up the waypoint here. Yeah, still we passed it again. So this is really I want to say a GPS issue more than, or GPS data and map. Okay, I think this is what we want. So I'll be careful here, but this is the path we want. So it should take a left here. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, it slowed down. Yep, it slowed down really quickly. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm taking over here. It wanted to go. There was a bus in the opposite lane. It slowed down way before we were on the left lane only, and I wish the car would just be in the left lane first and then slow down. So let's oh wow. Okay, so the GPS is very confused now. You can see that it realized it missed the turn, which was a small alley, and it's going, it doesn't know where to go. So GPS recalculated, this is the right turn here. I'm gonna re-engage and we'll continue our trip. But conclusion of this is GPS is extremely important for FSD. And I just took over on this corner because we were a bit close to the sidewalk. So let's go to the next one. So this one is a bit tricky. It's a very small street and the curb is merging with the road itself. So let's see how it handles it. In the past it was very confused, and it's still very confused. The reason is that those red dots are misplaced right now just because of that curb merging into the road. So I took over. We were very close to that curb. This next turn here is a bit of a tricky one. We don't have a lot of visibility. There is a bridge on the left, and really the car needs to be extremely careful to be able to see what is coming on the left. So we'll see how it handles it. Previous version wasn't too bad here. I think it did well. So I'm gonna keep my foot on the brake and make sure that there's no cars. We're good. Okay, I'll put it to the speed limit 30. We have a long straight line here. The aim of the next waypoint here, or this leg segment, is to see how the car reacts with parked cars on the right side. In the past, he used to try and use the width of the road or the lane, so he would go onto the right side and then go back to left side and right and left as soon as there's a parked car. It tries to avoid it. So we'll see if that got improved and if it sticks to the lane without having to feel like it needs to use the full length of, or full width of the lane itself. Okay, so we are well positioned here. We're right in between the middle divider, not the middle divider, but the middle line and the parked cars. Let's see here if it moves over on the right. No, it doesn't. Oh, it does, sort of. No, it doesn't. So it stayed in the middle. In the past, I would think this would really be on the right side here. So this is a big improvement. Yeah, big improvement here. Perfect. It looks like it's sticking to its lane, or it's sticking to its, you know, trajectory and get close to the left line. Okay, so the bus will park here. We should have enough to go around it. Let's see if it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm taking over. It's really close to the bus and I want to be safe. But it was probably going for it, so. Okay, it's slowing down for this car that is parking. We can probably go now. Yeah, I'm gonna take over. The car is backing up as well. They're backing up on a quite busy road. So I'm gonna reduce to 20 here. We're gonna make a right turn. Let's see if it handles this one well. Yes, perfect. It is positioning itself good. Brilliant. That was perfect. That was good. We're back again. So next one is a U-turn at the end of this road, and I can't do it manually myself. It's I have to reverse and, you know, come back, but we'll see if the car can do some of it. Hopefully one day we'll do the whole U-turn, but let's see. So I'll put it down to 10 and we'll see how it handles. Okay. So this is really a cul-de-sac and we need to do a U-turn here. Unable to complete maneuver, please assist now. Yep. Okay, so same thing. I'll take over and I'll do the U-turn myself if I can. Here we go. I can't do it in one go. That's the thing. It needs to be reversed, and here we go. All right. Next bit is really getting onto the highway. So, oops, a bit soon. Here we go. It's gonna be an insertion into the highway, on ramp, off ramp. We'll see how, if anything changes there. The piece or the part on the highway itself, on Navigate on Autopilot, is, as far as I've seen, is the production version, so nothing related to FSD. Even the UI changes back to the production version of it. So, but we'll see if there's anything that has evolved with this version. Oh, it's moving a little bit on the left, which is good, which puts us in a good position for the turn. It is a busy road here. Let's see, there's no cars. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, perfect. This one was good. This was a good turn. I wasn't worried about hitting the curb or anything here. Let's do if it does it again here. This is a wide one, which is good. Pick the correct lane. Brilliant, that's good. We have a speed bump here. Slow down. Good. Great. Okay, next here is a right turn at this stop. I do have limited visibility on the left. So it is at a very strange angle, not a 90-degree angle. So I'll keep an eye on the left side. There's a car coming, and the car is stopping. There's another one behind it. Yep, FSD saw it and slowed down, and there's nobody now, so I can go. That's perfect, very good. There's a parked car here, it's moving, I don't know. I don't think it moved over a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, so now to get onto the highway, we would need to be on the right lane. There is a right lane only for the highway. So not yet. That sign says right lane and then both of them. So we should be on the right lane now. That's how this works. We should be on this one. We have nobody behind us. And I'll be extremely careful. I'm gonna reduce it to 20 so we can let the car on the right side go into the highway if needed. I'm curious to see if the car is gonna make a right here. So let me reduce even further. We'll let the car next to us, we'll let the car next to us go. So eventually it went on the right lane, which is fine. I wish it was doing it before, so I'm gonna report that, but I wish it was doing that before the traffic light. Okay, so we're getting inside the highway. There's a car right here on the left. Wow, it avoided it. That's good. So it can't complete the maneuver. I'm gonna be safe. I'm taking over here. That was really good. So there was a car in our blind spot. The car saw it and decided to, I want to say, compromise the direction for safety. So it it kept going straight, although it knew that it needed to get into the highway. And then it tried to insert itself. So that was good. I feel like the car preferred to be safe rather than complete the maneuver. I took over just because we were right in the middle of both lane, that the zebra area. So, but yeah, I'm kind of pleased with that. I didn't get a chance to look at the UI. I think we were still on the Navigate on Autopilot. Okay, so we'll go straight here and then we'll make a right at the traffic light. That will be right at this traffic light. I'll change the direction now. That would be 9. Oh, the end, I guess. That should still make us make a right turn here, hopefully. No, yeah, GPS didn't get a chance to calculate the route, so I had to take over, otherwise we would go straight. And let's see, Okay, here we go. We're back. Okay, so we have a right turn here. I can see the steering wheel going left, which is good. And now we have pedestrians. I'm gonna take over. There are some pedestrians that wanted to cross, and we were on the way, in their way, so I had to take over here. But it was, although it was making a little bit of a left before getting into the right turn, we were still close to the curb. So and now it's, yeah, there's nobody behind us. We're picked the correct lane. Yes, we good. Okay, I'm gonna be careful here. I'm gonna take over. There's this car that's coming, and we were heading towards it. I'm sure the car FSD would have corrected the lane, but I don't want to confuse the car behind us. So, all right, let's get through the bridge and put FSD Beta on again. Yeah, it's our turn. Let's go. Driver behind us is very impatient. Okay, so there's gonna be a left turn here, which can put, yeah, blinker on so we can tell our very impatient driver behind us that we're turning. Okay, that's a bit confusing, I guess. Our turn now, we can go. All right. Yeah, that was good. So it's slowing down, there's no need for that. Okay, so the next, what we have a traffic light coming up. Then we'll be a left at that traffic light, and that will probably be the end of our test here for route. I can see the car. So the this version gives me a better confidence in the car not being, the car boxes are less wiggly and they're more stable, which is very reassuring. So let's see how we do this left turn here. There's no cars in front of us, and we're going the opposite lane again. It does have that yellow intersection in the middle, so that's interesting. We'll hopefully they will correct that in the next versions. We have a left lane here, a left turn here, and that will be the last turn we have in this test. So we have a car coming on the cross traffic. We have pedestrians crossing on the left side, and I'm gonna give it a tap and we can go. And it is, yeah, it is picking, it's correcting itself. So it wanted to go on the left opposite lane, but eventually it corrected itself. So this is gonna be the end of this test. My summary or conclusion on this version compared to the previous ones, there are some things that are much better. At curb, I feel like in the past versions or videos that I have, and feel free to watch them, we have it didn't make me feel confident, so I wanted to take over. This version was really good in trying to stay away from the curb and make me feel better about it. So it was either getting the steering to turn left before we make a right turn, or it was slowing down, or you know, it was taking a smoother trajectory. But I'm quite impressed with how well it's evolving. Like, we're talking about what, 10 days now between the previous version and this one, maybe a bit longer, but it's still improving so quickly. And this is a development build, it's not production. So if we think about this in 6 months time or a year time, this is gonna be a no-brainer. It's gonna nail and ace all those turns and all those maneuvers. So I'm very, very excited. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of baselines for previous versions of the FSD Beta. We'll be putting those versions to the test with this new build. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You'll get notification when new videos are posted. I hope you had a good time, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.